Hello, guys and gals. It's Javed. It's like David with the J, so Javid, if you can't pronounce Javed. The Javid or Javed. Javid. Anyway, it is a name that my mom started calling me when I was born because it has a significance to her from her home country and to my uncles and from their country of origin. And so I honor that, and I like to call Javed. Um, you can look up the name and figure out what its origin is. But I'll tell you, I'm not hiding anything. It's from Ossetia. Ossetia. The original country, it is a independent country now. It's a small country on top of Chechen and on the corner bordering the top northwest section of Georgia, Russia, on the Russian continental, and Asia Minor area. So it's next to the Caspian Sea, the Black Sea, that area. If you look in that area like Black Sea, Caspian Sea, you'll see basically where that area is. This video is going to be a vaping video. It is going to be about e-liquids. I'm going to talk about 3 e-liquids, and I'm going to do an official complaint review about a company that I have been giving praises to in the past. And so I'm going to have to, like my lanyard, it is Star Wars. Yes, I like everything Star Wars. I've got my Yoda and my Wookiee and my Star Troopers and my R2-D2. And anyway, I really like it. It holds my student ID. But to make a long story short, and not to seem overly naggy or bitchy about what I'm about to say, I'm going to let you guys know that online shopping sometimes can be really, really rewarding for a really long time, and you really enjoy the company, and it can go real smoothly for a long time, and then all of a sudden you have something that happens with that company that kind of makes you have a second thought. I'm going to take a vape because I'm getting kind of emotional about the situation. And I don't know about y'all, but vaping calms my nerves. I'm smoking on the Smock Preb skull cap, tall cap, or whatever it's called, cylindrical tall cap skull with the top hat mod Preb. It's basically a 220 mod that goes up to 220 watts. That doesn't mean that you can vape it at 220 watts. It means that you vape it like I'm vaping my micro at 35 or 40. 40.1. Uh-oh. One point above. I'm a psych major at like statistics, so numbers are important to me. Anyway, I'm vaping at 40 watts because that's what the recommended maximum wattage for this particular 0.6 ohm coil is. 0.6 ohm coil. So I maxed out at 50. It says that you can go higher than that if you want to, but it's recommended not to go above 40. So I try to stay within its recommended. When companies recommend something, it's usually because they've had it internally tested and kind of like they know through internal testing what the best areas are to use it in. And so I kind of take that kind of stuff kind of serious, and they do test it before they send it out to the consumers for sale. Anyway, that goes to my point. A lot of times, a vape shop that has been established in a community in a certain state decides that it's a good idea to branch out and get in the online virtual marketplace. But what they don't understand always when they make that commitment to broaden their market and to advertise and sell to a larger clientele is that people in states outside of theirs and people that are not local to them are people that are humans with feelings and emotions, and they are not just an internet surfer making an order online. And so I think that the owners of these companies that go online and start selling their products online forget that there is a human behind the keyboard ordering, and that human has a life, and that they have a schedule, and that they have plans, and that they make plans based on what their website has set that they will do, and the actions of their website's business dealings prior to each order. So, taking a sip of my coffee now. I'm not going to name the company because I'm not really into that. But I'm just going to say that I ordered 2 really delicious e-liquids, and they are delicious. Don't get me wrong, they're called Okami. One is a mango guava called Dolce Guava, and the other one is a white peach leche tea e-liquid flavor, and it is absolutely delicious. It's probably my favorite of the 2, though I really like mango a lot, and I like the mango guava combination. I think they did a phenomenal job. But I really like mango a lot. The guava, guava's okay, but I really, really dig mango. I think mango is a delicious fruit. Peach, white peach is one of my favorite fruits too. I love nectarines and I like white peaches. I like the regular peaches, but sometimes the fuzziness of the peel of that peach doesn't agree with the texture of it. I don't really agree with my tongue. It feels like I'm, eating something really fuzzy in it. It's like whatever. So I'll usually peel those and eat them without their peel. But anyway, the white peach is really, really good. White peach leche. It's called Leche Lorraine, and it's really, really good. I would highly recommend these e-liquids. Their levels go up to 6 in nicotine. So if you're a big-time nicotine-aholic, I don't think you're going to like to only be able to go up to 6 on them. If you don't mind vaping quite a bit to get your nicotine level where it needs to be, but remember, it's 6 milligrams of nicotine, by volume, so you're not going to get much over that, no matter how much you vape it. You can only get so much into the capillaries of your lungs and exchanged into your blood. So that's why it says 6 milligrams of nicotine per hit, per vape. So understand that. It's why cigarettes have what they say is equivalent to 2.7 milligrams of nicotine per inhale. Why? Because that's 27. If you convert it over to here, it's like 27 milligram. You'd have to have a 27 milligram level of nicotine in an e-liquid to get the equivalent of a cigarette. So there are statistics on that. There are studies that have been done. They're online, and you can study them. And this is fact. It's science. It's not me just spewing things off of the top of my head. This is science. So 27 milligrams of nicotine in an e-liquid is going to satisfy a full-time smoker that smokes a pack of cigarettes a day. And the reason I know this is because I have smoked in the past. I'm not innocent to smoking. I didn't start vaping just simply because, wow, I wanted to vape. I tried cigarettes, but I have asthma. I have very severe asthma. And so I never really could smoke. It was something that I would try, and it would make me really sick. It would make me almost where I couldn't breathe, and I'd turn blue. And it was something that I experimented with it a little bit for a couple of years, on and off for about 4 or 5 years, and I stopped. I have a very personal reason that I stopped, but I will share that with y'all someday when I'm comfortable to share that on video. But long story short, goes back to my premise that everyone has a life outside of ordering online. So I was really excited about the 4th of July this year. I always love the 4th of July because I love the history behind it. I think it's really awesome when any country, especially my own country that I was born and raised in, gains their independence from a tyranny or from a monarchy or from an oppressive country that is oppressing them. And so I think that's really neat. I think that's kind of what America stands for, what the United States of America stands for. America as a continent, there's North American, Central American, and South American continents. And so it's a continental thing. But America kind of has that pioneering spirit, and that kind of freedom is born into all Americans, North and South and Central Americans. Be they Canadian, United States citizens, Mexican, citizens, Central Americans, South American, Brazilians, Argentinians, Uruguayans, all of the people of the Americas tend to have a free spirit and have a real value of freedom. And I think people of all, regardless of where they are origin of birth, I think that everyone values freedom. Everyone seeks that. It's something that is innately in us. It's why we were created, I think, with that sense of free will to be able to choose right from wrong and to be able to make choices. So it's kind of nice when you're able to actually experience that freedom. But my enjoyment of that holiday was cut short because I got online on the 29th of June and placed an order on a website that says, if you order $50 or more, we will give it to you for free shipping. We will subtract the $5 standardized shipping fee if you order over $50 worth of merchandise. And on top of that, if it says in stock, we'll guarantee it will be out the door within 24 hours. So this was the 29th of June. They did not print the pre-shipment label until July 2nd, late in the evening, at like 9 o'clock at night, which means that it didn't get mailed out or taken to the post office, because you can pre-ship, you can print a pre-shipment label with the United States Postal Service machine that you have paid for to have in your business. You can print that and leave it, and you can print it for that date and leave it sitting there for 2 or 3 days and then take it to the post office, right? So I didn't get my e-liquids until way after the 4th of July, and I was very upset about it because I had also ordered a swag t-shirt that goes with it, a matching Okami t-shirt from this company, which I've not contacted this company about this issue yet, which I will, because I think it's very shady what the company did, what the online vendor did. Because, I contacted them previously, prior to this order, about their HAUS brand that they developed or hired a lab to develop for them, and had complained about the taste, or not the taste, but the burning that was happening in the back of my throat from one of their e-liquids. It was the first time I had complained, had any type of negative thing to say about their direct line. And I don't know, my mind goes into a million different directions just like anybody does. I don't know if it was out of vengeance that they decided to make sure that I didn't have my stuff on the 4th of July so I could celebrate with my fellow vapors in style with my swag t-shirt, which this is not yet, but with my swag t-shirt, my Akami swag t-shirt, and my 2 awesome bottles of Akami e-liquid and my 5-pack of coils that I ordered from them. So, I spent enough money, and over the last 2 to 3 years, I've spent enough money with this company that I really got rubbed the wrong way. So, I emailed, called. No one would ever answer their phone. And the responses to the emails was the most nonchalant one-liners. It was like, buddy, it's your problem. Who gives a rat's ass? Don't bother us. That was it. It was one-liners like, I don't see the problem. And so I was like, wow. After ordering from your company for a minimum of 2 to 3 years, as long as you've had online stuff out there to sell to people, and spending as much money as I have over the last 3 years with your company, that's your attitude towards me as a customer? Wow. It really shocked me. I was very shocked. I'm a big boy. I'm a grown man. It's not the first time that I've been rubbed the wrong way by a company, but it's the first time that I think I've been rubbed the wrong way by a company that I want to contact the Better Business Bureau, and that I want to exercise my freedoms as an American and as a consumer and say, you know what, I'm going to have you answer for why you treated me in such a disrespectful way as a consumer, and that why you felt like my concerns and my complaint towards you were irrelevant or weren't subsequent enough for you to even apologize to me for the inconvenience that I felt that you caused me. So, long story short, I am going to post this video about it and tell you that you need to be careful as a consumer and be careful as an online shopper. And I know that most of you that shop online are, but a lot of people are young and a lot of people are so busy with school and with work and with taking care of their families, they just don't think about it. They just kind of click the button and say, oh, well, I'll deal with the inconveniences that come. That's just part of the online shopping experience. It doesn't have to be. it doesn't have to be if we get more diligent about holding companies accountable for the way that they treat their online clientele. So that's what I'm calling on all vapors to do, is that when you have a true legitimate gripe, or you have a true legitimate feeling of disrespect from one of these online companies, be brave enough to put a review about it, and be brave enough to contact that company and let them know that you're not going to take that. Because as vapors in the community, we're already gone through that phase where people thought that all vapors are drug addicts. We've already gone through that phase where everybody that vapes is somehow, a headbanger that, drinks mushroom tea and listens to bang your head music, and we're all, derelicts of society. So we've gone through that phase. We've combated that, and we've rebutted that. We've got past that to where we're getting some type of respect within the community, within society now, as something that is actually healthy. Or not healthy, but I don't want to say healthy, but more safe for you than traditional burning tobacco. So that leads me to the next part of my video. HAUS e-liquid. I've done reviews on this before. HAUS. You can get these at Walgreens, I know. I don't know where else you can get them from. Walgreens has been the only place that I've been able to find them. This is their new mango flavor. And you talk about, let me just, Man, have they done something right? That is so smooth. There is no harshness to the throat, to the feeling that you get in your throat, but you do get that kind of smooth throat tickling that you would get off of something else. So anyway, it's really good. It tastes really true to mango. I mean, it tastes like a mango. It tastes very much like a mango. Not candied mango, for me, taste is subjective, I know, but I'm pretty accurate. My taste has improved so much since I don't smoke cigarettes or do things like that. And I didn't smoke enough where, I don't know if it really ruined my taste, but I think that a person's taste is definitely dampened by smoking traditional cigarettes or pipes or tobacco. I think that you definitely don't taste your foods or taste the things that people who do not smoke taste. And all smokers that have quit smoking will tell you that too. It's not just my opinion. It's probably a general consensus among non-smokers or prior smokers. So anyway, peace out. Javad saying, please, Javad saying, please, whatever you do, register at www.casaa.org and help us fight for our rights to vape, because even though the FDA has gotten involved, we've gone through this they're regulating our industry, they're regulating all the e-liquids, they're making sure that all the companies put the little warning labels and the smoking age and the laws and yada 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 on the bottles. This struggle is not over, guys. The more regulation and the more scrutiny that these companies face, the more expensive the e-liquids are going to be, the more stringent it is going to be, the more hard it's going to be harder on you to get your e-liquids. It'll be harder on you to feel comfortable about what you're doing, because we all want to know what's in here. So I'm all for the FDA regulating it. I don't have any issues with that. But it's kind of hard as a consumer when we're on such a tight budget these days. The economy is not as brilliant as people think. And so when you're on a really tight budget and you keep justifying your vaping habit because it's less expensive than smoking, and yet all these companies keep raising their prices of their e-liquids and blaming it on FDA regulation, well, whatever, then that discourages people from vaping to begin with. And so let's try to keep the bureaucracy out of it as much as possible by registering at www.casaa.org and help us fight for our rights to vape and keep vaping products and great, delicious e-liquids available for people of legal smoking age and legal vaping age. Javid Vapes Now channel, Twitter, and Javid Osan Lu YouTube channel saying peace out, take care, and God bless you.